Okay. Do you want to start? Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our new episode of Hugs Through Shrugs.
That was well done, because we're not pointing out that it's been multiple months since
Yes.
our last episode, but we're trying to keep this flowing with our lives. And when Kath went back to school full time, we can't do it during the week. And the weekends sometimes get busy. We still have families who are home, and we get busy doing things. And
The pandemic still going on. Didn't help.
that right. And at the same time, like, sometimes we just didn't feel we had enough relevant content to sit and
Well, and plus things opening up was put off. And finally now things are opening and all the mandates and stuff have changed. So we have a lot to look forward to now.
And I think that
Finally.
now it is supposed to be pretty normal, right?
Yes.
No mask wearing, and
Right.
school year's over.
Yep.
So that frees up our time. But, now maybe we'll start to get some in-person events on our calendar, which already we got the very good news, and our spot's been confirmed at New Jersey Sheep and Wool. So September 11th and 12th. And now we're going a little bit, I guess we're so eager to be talking. We're going
About
totally,
something we're going to.
totally out of order. So we'll cover more
But
events
life
later.
got
but
in the way.
it did. And
we're back.
We're just excited to move forward.
Yeah.
We have a lot of yarns that we've dyed, and we're eager to show everybody. And there are, some charity updates. So it's been a while.
It
but
has.
maybe
we're
we won't
back.
maybe we won't name our episodes by the month anymore.
No.
It'll be by the big events that we're going to.
Yes.
Okay, so
Well, and the first new thing for us is that our Tunisian kids.
oh yes, and as soon as we talk about the Tunisian kits, we might want to remove our Tunisian shrugs, because it is a little warm. It's the end of June.
Yeah.
So and we turned off the air because we didn't want any background noise. So that is big, exciting news for us.
Right.
Our Tunisian Shrug Club kits are now available in our shop. And it's different than the Knit and Crochet Shrug Club kits, which are 2 strands of yarn wound together, and you work the 2 strands as one on a US 19 knitting needle or a Q crochet hook with a half double crochet pattern, which we could show Hope's now because she did that.
Yes.
So we have a new friend, Hope, from Missouri, who has been an amazing volunteer for us. She not only has been shipping us amazing shrugs done with the pattern from our website. Hope went to the website, printed out the pattern, and fiddled with her gauge until she got it right. Her sizes are perfect.
Perfect. And
These
have great colors.
And they're not our yarns. She went to her big box stores, which all of you are welcome to do. If you don't want to start with one of our kits, we have patterns on the website. And these are just 3 out of the huge box that Hope sent us. They're all the right size.
Yep.
They're laced as the blanket sweaters like we like to do.
And look how beautiful the stitches are. They're
look at her
just
work.
Gorgeous.
Stunning. And Hope, she asked questions. She emailed me, and when she was confident, she was like a machine cranking out these beautiful shrugs. And she printed out the PDF, the note card on cardstock, and wrote a little note to the moms. So Hope gets an A+, totally perfect, job well done.
Gorgeous.
And she is now testing our Tunisian kits. The Tunisian Shrug Club kits not only come with yarn and a hook and the pattern and the laces and a card for the mom. If you choose to ship it back to us, you're always welcome to keep your first shrug with our yarn, and then be creative and go pick other colors, use the same pattern, and make another shrug that's comparable to our dimensions and weight. We're going to put in your hand how they should feel if you buy one of our kits, but you could keep the first one for yourself. But also the Tunisian Shrug Club kits come with the tutorial. So you will learn Tunisian, and our yarn is great for practicing with. So as opposed to our hand-painted Tunisian kits that we have that are like mohairs and finer fibers. So we give a practice ball of yarn to practice your swatch a few times before working with our Shrug Hug yarns. This yarn is sturdy enough where you can do your swatch, tear it out, do your swatch, tear it out. And then it's just simple stitch. So you start with a few rows of simple stitch, and then you do your slip stitch bind off that we cover, and then you pick up all the new stitches, creating a new forward pass row, and then you go for the, I think it's 33 rows on your Q Tunisian hook, and then you slip stitch bind off again, pick up and do a few more rows. And all it is this is the right side of your Tunisian,
and this is the wrong side. That becomes your cuff.
Because Tunisian has a tendency to curl. It's going to curl because it's a dense fabric. We just reverse it. So that's actually
But it keeps it nice and thin. So it's not too thick a cuff, but it does give it the definite different stitch because it's the back, and it makes a nice edge.
So you can see there's a simple stitch that then you flipped it, and then that's that becomes your bottom.
So you're really only learning the one stitch or using one stitch for this entire thing. It's just that you're turning it and picking it up, and it becomes your cuff on the bottom.
Yeah, and it keeps it simple, so you don't have to worry about too much.
And then it keeps it from rolling so much.
And the nice thing is, I mean, you could see it does roll a little bit, but it's rolling towards the body, so it's almost pulling it on. Now we do have some changes with our. Is that what you were going to cover? Did I cut you off?
No.
I'm so sorry.
No, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much to talk about, and it's like, okay, so and then this and
we have notes.
we have, but we're not really looking at them.
No, but
we have them. Maybe you were going to say that we now offer the moms 2 ways to wear.
Yes, which is good because the size that we want uniformity. So we've asked for 29 by 53 if it's knit or crocheted, or 57 up to 57 if it's Tunisian, and it's kind of like a one size fits all, but not everybody's one size. So it might be a little shorter on somebody who's tall like me, or me and you, or it could be a little bit longer on somebody who's shorter. So we are offering 2 ways to wear it, but 3 ways to use the shrugs.
Yeah, we put a lot of thought into this. We are now donating a lot of shrugs, like some of you know, to Hayden's house. And this is 12 moms who attend each retreat. We've committed to like 130 shrugs over the next few months. We've been very busy. And if any of you follow the Facebook page, Kath has single-handedly covered a few of the retreats on her own. But we have some dedicated makers, Andrea, Tish. Now we have Nancy who are pitching in to only do Hayden's house for us, and Fran. So I think I covered all the ones who were exclusively doing for Hayden's house, while our other makers are covering the hospitals that we ship to. And we are adding, and as you know, we do Momcology as well, but we don't have another one of their retreats until October. And these will wrap up in like October, November, Hayden's house. When the moms are all sitting together, you do want uniformity.
Right.
And moms come in all shapes and sizes, and you want something big enough to be comforting on all of them, which is why we created 2 ways to wear. Right. Now, Kath had hers on as the blanket sweater, which a lot of people are familiar with. You wear it as a sweater. You just have your blanket and you fold in your corners and lace it. That makes the sleeves. And the other way is now our Shrug Hug way to wear it. Let's see if I could do this without knocking the camera over. You basically take your blanket and make your 2 sides meet and lace it to the halfway point. And it creates, let's see if I can move my arms. So this would be the side of the shrug. And we lace it halfway. So moms in the hospital now also get this instruction sheet. Here it is. It looks like this. This is on our website, so you can go to the website and read the directions how to do it. And we also have a video for the moms or for any of you to see how it's very simple to lace. But you lace halfway down, which makes it almost a pullover, like a poncho or a infinity scarf or infinity cowl, or almost like an infinity shawl, because it's only done halfway. But the purpose of the halfway, it drapes like a cowl, but it leaves this open so you can move your arms.
Right.
So it's a pullover. This never comes off. we'll talk about our Shrug Snugs, which we've done some social media posts about them, and may have talked about it in the last episode. I'm not sure. But a Shrug Snug is a crocheted spiral, and you can slip it in just right through the holes. Oh, actually, yeah. Oh, here's a whole bunch of them. So let's say we get all kinds of shrugs, like hopes are different colors, and people have been shipping us lots of Shrug Snugs.
It's a great way to use your leftover yarn.
It is, and they're cute and fun and a bit addictive to make. And all we do is, the mom gets this with a little instruction card. You just pop it through anywhere in the fabric, wherever the mom wants to hold the shrug closed, and it slides right through. And so then you do the same thing on the other side. It slides right through, and it cinches it closed like this. It becomes like a little accessory, like a little decoration. So we need Shrug Snugs, and they are so easy. Use an IJK hook, and you do a chain, and then it's just doing multiples of 3 double crochets in each stitch.
Yep.
Instructions are on the website as well. But see how handy to hold your shrug closed or your shrug hug closed. So that's an addition we made, and it's been quite a hit, as it shows that we are considering all the moms.
Right. Yes.
You know, like if there's a 57-inch Tunisian crocheted shrug, a mom who's 5 foot or 5'2" or very petite, it might be very, very long on her. I like that. I like that when they're really long, because you can really wrap up in them. But if she found that annoying to try to wear it as a sweater, she can lace it as a shrug hug like this.
Right.
And she just has even more room than
and
this.
plus, she could always use it as an Afghan, like a small Afghan, to keep her warm in the hospital. Because the point of us making these was originally to, kind of make people feel a little more comfortable with the air conditioning in the hospitals and things like that. But it's also to make people feel like they're getting a hug. That's the point. So you want it to be kind of cozy and
wrap around.
Yeah, wrap around.
And we like circles. Knitting circles, the circle of our community, wrapping around these moms, just wrapping around. And
an infinity scarf is 60 inches. We're looking for 57. It's essentially the same size, and you're making it a circle by lacing it.
Now, all of our Shrug Hug hand-painted yarns come with a Shrug Hug pattern, and the whole thing, it's a mindful project. Just a chance for you to sit with beautiful hand-painted yarn, and we've done the math for all of our different weights, and you just cast on and knit the circle. You're knitting in the round, and it is the dimensions, like Kat said, in each of our Shrug Hug yarns. It'll show you the approximate finished sizes, but it's a circular shawl.
Right.
That you just wrap up in. And again, some of them are very light and airy, and you could just pull it up and use it like a
Right. So it's
scarf.
very similar to this, except you're not going to have to lace it closed, because that's actually knit in the round, so there's no lacing at the end.
Right.
And if you look at some of our videos, we wore them, and like in some ways we had it kind of tossed back. It kind of looked like a poncho. If you pull it forward, you wear it like this. I mean, if you just pull it a different way, it kind of has a different look on you. So it's really pretty, really comforting to knit. We really
just
enjoy
easy.
that.
And these are, all of our projects are easy because it's just a decompression time.
Right.
We keep things simple.
Right.
And big hooks and big needles, because we have a big demand and we get them done faster. I think the episode you're talking about, Kath, it might be like around November or December, when we really introduced our hand-painted yarns through Christy Glass's through Christy Glass's virtual events that we participated in. So I'm going to take this off. Because
so we had a whole bunch of our new hand-painted yarns that we introduced in one of those episodes. So if you want to flip back to those, and you could see our projects in our hand-painted yarns and how they came out. Really pretty. And we have the breezy hug.
Oh, we do. Let's talk about that. But let's see this. This is what it looks like off the body. Simple.
Yeah, and
just
this is in the
halfway.
Q single strand.
Single strand. As opposed to the Q crocheted, typical crochet or knitted, this is all on the same size millimeter needle, but because Tunisian is so dense, you're single stranding it and getting basically the same weight of fabric. So yes, now we can, this is good because what we're going to do now, we will finish talking about our Tunisian kits and the hook they come with and segue into Breezy Hug. So Tunisian is different, and you know, a lot of people have not tried it yet. We wanted to save you some money, and the choice is yours. If you buy one of our Shrug Club kits, not only do we make the 19 knitting needles, we were very fortunate and had somebody donate, a distributor donated a lot of 19 circular needles to us. And we were very grateful. And they're perfect with the purple tips and all.
Right.
However, the cable was really, really bad. Probably the worst I've ever felt.
Right.
And we did try soaking it in hot water. We did everything. And this was so rigid. If you see us at Sheep and Wool, or maybe sometime we'll show you. But we actually created a nice... Kat, can you grab one from over there, please? We make these 19 needles that we include in our Shrug Club kits. We cut off all those horrible cables and crazy glued this nice cable for you. It's flexible.
Right.
We're using chunky yarns, as most people are when they're using a 19. There's a tiny, tiny bit of a ridge here. If I move it up close, tiny bit of a ridge, barely noticeable. With our big stitches, they slide right over that. But it's a free 19 needle that we give you, and a free Q crochet hook that we were lucky to find. The Tunisians were a little bit trickier for us to make for you. We encourage you to try Tunisian crochet. It's really different. It's really unique, and it is a great conversation starter.
Right.
We sit and we go up to Newport and we'll sit in a park and we'll be Tunisian crocheting, and people see this. This is a Chow. Okay. They see this crazy hook and they're like, what is that? and it looks woven, the simple stitch, so easy. And people have never seen it before. It almost looks like a woven piece.
Right. People, crocheters and knitters, have both asked me, what is that stitch?
Know that you will get one of our hooks that we made. We took a wonderful plastic hook. This is the same kind of crochet hooks that we include in our crochet kits, Shrug Club kits, and we made our own cable. Now there is a bit of a ridge here, definitely a ridge, whereas Chow is smooth, right? We have a bit of a ridge, but again, and I'm going to insert a clip of me using the hook. I've done all of our samples for the Shrug Club kits. I've done all of the Breezy Hug samples. I use this hook all the time. And you just work your stitches like this. So you can load up a ton of stitches because this is very long. I load up the stitches. This is super slick and slippery. They never catch on any rough wood pieces. And then when you're working it off, it's the same thing. You just kind of... So you just pause for a second and get your stitches off. I guess similar to the Chow, it might be just a little bit more, but you know, this is a free way to test.
It's free. So the difference is free and $11. We have both. This you'll get for free if you want to upgrade and you like Tunisian, or you just want the Chow hook. It's $11, and you can let us know. It'll be $11 more, and we'll ship that with you.
Yeah, we'll swap them out. We'll take this one out and swap it out. But like I said, it's my Q hook of choice. It's light and it's a lot lighter because it's a hollow plastic.
It is, right.
So I mean, there's some benefits to it,
and also you don't get clunked.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we put a little felted
ball on the end
as your
because
stopper.
I used the Chow and well, and clunk.
Yes,
clunk.
this does.
No clunking.
It does.
Free
do
needle,
that.
no clunking.
Yes, but they're both
nice.
They're both
lovely. I love both. So.
And if you're a maker and you're pretty sure you're going to enjoy Tunisian, then invest in the Chow.
Right.
You know, so you do have the choice. Now, our Breezy Hug yarns.
Oh, yes.
As you might know from past episodes, all of our yarns are made. Our our hanks are two, or I should say our double skeins are two hanks hand twisted together.
Here, let me.
And we find different yarns, combos, that we work on this different hooks and needles. This is our second Tunisian combination now. Our fuzzy hug that is knitted on a 10. You would Tunisian on an N hook. And we haven't done any knitted, well, yes we have, because it's one of our samples in the kit.
Right.
You would do this on a 19 or a Q, 19 knitting needle or a Q hook. So one of these Breezy Hug skeins, you could either buy the skein on its own or buy our Tunisian kit. Where did I put that kit?
Here, right.
Oh, I put it up here.
Yep.
This is our Tunisian kit. It comes like this with your yarn
And the free hook.
pattern, the hook, to make a beautiful, breezy, summery triangle shawl.
Well, and we'll show both. This one is knit. This one is Tunisian.
So it's a double skein. So it is technically two skeins twisted together, and you make it double stranded on a 19 knitting needle.
That's
now,
a lot of yarn.
look at how much yarn. This whole, can you see how light? It's light.
Right.
That's what we call breezy hug.
Yep.
The breezy hug makes this giant triangle shawl.
Yep.
Simple, basic triangle pattern. It does come with your breezy hug knit version. On the website, you could either pick knit,
This one is knit.
and
Knit
it comes with the
stitch.
yarn and the pattern. No hook with this or needle. The Tunisian,
And I'm big. I'm 5'9", so look how nice that fits. Like fits me great.
for the summer, if you're outside on a breezy night,
Walking on the beach.
in a restaurant, and it folds down to nothing. So it's so easy to bring into a restaurant and drop it over your shoulders. And the Tunisian equally is breezy, lightweight, airy. And this comes with one of our Q hooks, or you could swap it out and
again,
add
look
the
how much.
upcharge.
Look how big.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Now the Tunisian, there we go. The Tunisian kit comes with the tutorial. So we will teach you, we'll take you through how to Tunisian crochet, and then the next segment gets into this specifically. So once you're comfortable with a simple stitch, and this does come with practice yarn, you get comfortable with a simple stitch, and then we take you through increases and decreases. And it's this, again, like Kath said, look at how big.
Yes,
So
it's
one of
huge.
our double skeins will give you a nice project.
And the hand dyed, the colors are gorgeous.
So we have a few of each. Well, that's something different. Thank you, Kath. And a kit, Tunisian
so
kit,
light.
or knit, and it comes with a pattern. So we're excited about the Breezy Hug and happy to talk about that. And hopefully encourage some people to do Tunisian. So, one more thing I forgot to mention about the Tunisian Shrug Club kits. We give you adequate yarn. Hope is being a tester. I've tested it once or twice with some yarn to spare. If you would like to support the charity, we have many ways that you can pitch in without actually doing shrugs for us, because that's a big ask. The shrug snugs that we talked about earlier.
Could be any of your leftover yarn.
Oh yeah, anything. If you have fingering weight leftovers, double stranded on an eye hook. Lots of people have fingering weight leftovers, and we really do need these. And what we do is we'll pair up a fun color with a shrug that somebody has sent us.
Yep.
That's easy. Use your leftovers. Fingering weight, worsted weight, whatever, and just follow the instructions on the website. And there's a tutorial how to make them too on the website. So we'll teach you how to make them. Or with the Shrug Hug yarns, we have Faith and Hope. So if you buy Faith, which is our lighter, the grays and the lilacs, you can make a chain with your leftover yarns. It's 110 stitches and a K hook. It's in your pattern. It's 110 stitches. Leave like the little 3-inch tails. Kath, can you hold that?
Yeah.
This one's done with Hope. Same thing. We attach beads. and then package them with all of our Momcology in Hayden's house shrugs. They get a lace. If they want to take out the blanket sweater, they get a special lace with the beads. They get the instructions. They get to Shrug Snug. So they get the whole handmade package.
Yep.
And that's just another thing. You could just drop your lace in the mail to us, and my address is on the website. It's another simple way to help us.
Right. With leftover yarn.
Yeah. Now, the hospitals currently, if a mom gets a shrug from us, she gets the instruction sheet as well. She would take out the laces that we put in, or that you put in for us, and she would tie it in a bow, lace it to the halfway point like we already talked about. And so she's reusing her two laces as one lace.
Right.
But for Momcology and Hayden's house, we include these laces. So that's something that we added to our mix. Now, let's see. We covered Breezy Hug. We covered the new kits.
Also, well, we were going to talk about some of the things we're going to do, our events that are coming up.
So we talked about how it's a little warm in this room today. Okay, we turned off our fan and air conditioner.
So that we didn't have background noise.
We do have our annual trip to Newport coming up at the end of July. So our next episode, we're going to film from Newport.
Yay.
And we'll share that great place with you. That's end of July. And then beginning of September, we will be at New Jersey Sheep and Wool.
Yep.
So
And
we won't be able to...
booth.
We do. We have a double booth. We're outside Barn 4. We felt that would be a good spot for us.
Yeah.
We had the opportunity to be inside, but I've done outside before, and I know there's limited electricity inside, and I just
It can get a little packed because there's vendors on both sides, and you know, sometimes it gets very crowded. People are waiting outside, and we just figured that it would be, you know, better outside.
Better fit for us outside, because I've done it, so it takes away some of the anxiety of not knowing, am I going to find an outlet? And you do need some additional lighting if you're inside the barns. So we're outside Barn 4. I like our spot.
Me too.
It's nice to go home to our little spot. And then in October, we bought our Rhinebeck tickets. I sat there, and as soon as the tickets went live, I got our tickets just to be on the safe side. We will be there Saturday and Sunday, walking around.
Yep.
And we like to hang out on Podcast Hill. Kath and I sit there and see all the celebrities.
Right. And we like to bring our chairs and kind of watch the whole event. And it's fun to see,
it's nice.
You know, everyone coming, you know, from the local yarn stores who have booths, or, you know, some of the podcast celebrities. And we kind of take it all in. And we're bringing our chairs. We get to sit there and crochet or knit.
It's a nice break from the chaos of the barns.
Yeah.
And Saturday can be a chaotic day. Sunday quiets down. So Sunday, maybe that's when
we
we'll
kind of plan that as our little break.
Yeah, break time. Yes,
Rejuvenate to go back into the barn.
We can sit at some point. So that we're really looking forward to October. And then November, finally, Christy Glass's in-person Knit and Escape retreat up in Roxbury, New York, which
we're a part of.
We were signed up to be vendors right from the beginning.
Yeah.
And she's been so kind to us, interviewed us on her channel, and included us in her virtual events.
Right, which was a lot of fun.
It's going to be so much fun to be with Christy in person.
Can't wait. Mm-hmm. That's going to be fun for us. So we have a lot coming up. Finally, at the end of COVID, like, things are opening up, and we're going to get out there.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
So I guess that wraps up things for today, right?
Yeah, we're good. I think we covered everything, and we have a lot more coming. So
maybe a dye pan episode. We might, you know, maybe we can do. We're going to do some dyeing. Kath is now ours for the summer. So next week she's going to come over. We have some special dyeing that we're going to do.
Right.
Maybe we'll just record a few segments and slip it into our Newport segment.
Yes. Yeah, that'll be good. That's perfect.
So this was fun. This was fun to be back again.
Yep, catch up.
And I guess that wraps it up for today.
Yep. So everyone, you know, keep knitting, keep crocheting, and look at our website.
And the simple ways you can help. I mean,
so
really,
many ways.
Even if you bought one of our Tunisian Shrug Club cakes and just use that yarn to do laces for us.
Right.
That makes a difference. We are...
or just buying a yarn, one of our hand-dyed yarns for something, a project for yourself. Well, guess what? Your whole purchase helps to fund our mission.
We didn't mention that everything on our website, everything we do, everything we make.
We're a complete nonprofit, so every purchase anyone makes funds our mission, and we can reach more moms that way. So everything you do is going toward helping one of these moms.
And we appreciate your help, and
Yep.
we appreciate you watching and
Hope
subscribing.
maybe we'll get to meet some of you
Yeah.
at Rhinebeck or, Chrissy Glasses or whatever. So we're looking forward to that too. Oh, and at Sheep Mall.
It's going to be so much
Come
fun.
visit.
Yes, so thank you so much for taking the time to visit with us today. And we promise, we promised to podcast in a few more weeks because we're going to Newport. So come with us.
Yay. All right. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay.
That's good.